Hi everybody, welcome back to feralart. How you doing? This evening I am going to try another yeet pour, and I'm going to try to do it with my split dustpan. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but I think it should work. Guess we're fixing to find out. So we'll be working with a 15 by 30 level 3 artist lock canvas, painted and pinned, painted on the sides and edges and pinned. And let's get down here and see what we're gonna do. Okay, so we're all in frame barely. Is the problem with, having a dodgy camera setup. We're also a little bit tilted, but I think that'll be okay. So let's get this out of the way for the moment. Ta-da. So my base coat is going to be these drips. They make a really pretty color, and I thinned them down quite a bit from the last yeet that I did. This does not really leave a mound. It does just a little tiny, and the trace is practically non-existent. So we have the same paints. We've got this is Deco Art Americana 24 karat gold, which is not terribly thin, but I don't really want it very thin. So there's that. We have our Deco Art Americana in pearl. It's not quite as thick as the gold. Clear, almost. And then we have some Amsterdam titanium white, I think. It was in my leftovers. It is thin, sort of like the blue is thin. And then I mixed up a little bit more of my Lucas Krill Indigo. And it's thin, and I mixed up some of the Lucas Krill cobalt blue hue, which is also thin. So first we're gonna fill this thing, which I'm not gonna fill. I'm gonna do 4 chambers, go in every other chamber. So, okay. To start off, in each one of these chambers that I'm going to use, I am going to start with the pearl. Next, I'm gonna go with a little bit of white. Little gold. this chamber, first and third, I'm gonna put the indigo. And in the second and fourth, I'm going to put the cobalt. Okay. Now, just a little bit more gold, just like a little. Now, because this is dry, it's gonna wanna have my paint hang. So, we're not gonna leave it dry. But we're not gonna add any more paint. Well, Kelly, you just said we're not gonna leave it dry. Well, we're not, but we're not gonna add any more paint? That doesn't make sense, I know. I'm gonna just put some Floetrol right in here just to ease it out a little bit. Now, you know, a little Floetrol gets on the canvas, big deal, right? It's already in my paints. These paints are mixed with Floetrol. 2 parts Floetrol, 1 part paint, except for the Deco Arts, which I go closer to 1-to-1. Closer. Alright, let's put that down. Let's get this moved for the moment. There we go. So we're just going to take this and move it in. Wow, okay.
To be close like before, put it on your table, and I lie naked on your floor. Show me the door.
As we can see, most of my yeet yeeted that way. So I'm gonna just tilt that up a little bit and see if it moves, what it does. No, not moving much. That's because I didn't leave very much base coat. That's okay. Because plan B. There's always a plan B. Not always, but is to load it again, just with a little bit of paint, and yeet it again. I kind of like it the way it is, but you know, we just give it a little bit.
I see you with your tangled hair hiding behind the
The idea this time is not to let it go so far. So I stand to the side and I go in like I am over here. Sorry, you can't see me too. So I'm gonna try to stop it before it gets too far. Okay. Yeah, well, you know, okay, so we went that way. Well, this isn't working out like I thought it might. So let's go ahead and torch. Okay, but while it didn't work out exactly like I wanted it to, I have got some really cool unicorn horns going on down here. And these all sort of unicorn horn. I'm very happy about that. So what I'm thinking is, honestly, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna quit fooling with it. I really am. I'm just stopping while I'm ahead. I think this is so very freaking cool. If I was Nathan Lindsay, I'd be doing a big old loud "you" right now, but I'm not Nathan Lindsay, and my "yous" always sound like I'm saying "you dirty rat." So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna clean this up and move it over to my drying spot, and then I'll bring you in for a close-up. Okay, here are the wet results of my split dustpan yeet pour. I think this thing is nuts. And in a very good way. Look at those unicorn horns. Oh, goodness gracious. And I've got these little puddles and these poofies and just some really freaking cool stuff, man. Look at that. Goodness gracious, I am so tickled with this. You know, I thought at first, I went to grab that skewer because I was like, I'm going to wreck it like, or embellish it like Sarah does her ninja swipes. And then I thought about it again and I was like, dude, I don't know. I really like it the way it is. So I'm glad that I didn't. I think it's a very interesting composition. Do I wish these had landed a little more on the canvas? Of course I do, but there was only about an inch and a half off the canvas. So it wouldn't have changed it drastically, but it would have changed it a little bit. So let's go in and see what it looks like with the flash. Okay, here we are. Oh yes, that's what I was hoping. I was hoping that with the pearl on the bottom and with the white on top of it, that it wouldn't be completely pearly, and it's not. Still pretty pearly, but I used a lot of pearl, so I think this thing is gorgeous. I hate listening to people go on about how wonderful their work is. But you know, every once in a while, one just comes along that makes you go, oh, good Lord. Look at that sweet little thing right there. This has got some really cool stuff in it. Even this one got the shinies. And that little bitty deal. But look at these. These all kind of unicorn horned. As you go down, you can see, where's my finger? Here we go. See how it twists and then it twists and twists. And I think that is just amazingly cool. I love these. Well, I kind of wish they would have landed more on the canvas. I kind of like them like they are. It's very abstracty. Abstracty in the abstract. There's that little deal. Oh boy, boy, oh boy. I am tickled half to death, you guys. Tickled half to death. See you with the dry results. And here is the dried result of my split dustpan yeet pour. I love this thing. I love it. I love that pearl in there that makes that glimmer. I think it is just so cool and so fun. We got some of these little flowery dealios and some unicorn horns and some poof balls. Lots of cool lacing. Lots of cool stemmy looking things. Lots of just really neat stuff. That first yeeted right off the end of my canvas. It was kind of funny. I love this background color, and it's table scrapings. I did strain them because, you know, table scrapings. But I really, really like this pour. I think it's very peaceful. Has a lot of good movement in it. And I really enjoyed yeeting with my split dustpan. What do you think? If you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Ring that bell so you'll know when I'm making new content. And to y'all who have already done all that, thank you. You're awesome. So anyway, here it is. The end result. I really like it. Thanks a lot. See you next time.